A clerical error delayed another hearing ahead of one of the nation's most anticipated trials. Luigi Mangione was set to appear in court for the first time since a judge shut out the press and public without any explanation. The judge delayed today's hearing because prosecutors apparently failed to submit the proper paperwork required to transport Mangione from jail to the courthouse. Mangione is facing 9 active felony charges in New York in the killing of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson, including second-degree murder. If convicted, he could face 25 years to life in prison. So let's welcome in legal analyst and trial attorney Richard Schoenstein for some more analysis. Richard, good to see you. Have not talked to you in quite a while. So today's hearing was supposed to potentially offer a clearer picture of whether this trial actually kicks off in September. How much more, from your perspective, needs to be ironed out to make that happen?
I think the main thing they're working on right now is the jury selection process. We heard reference this morning to having both sides submit their questionnaires, the basic questions that they want the jurors to be asked at the beginning of the selection process. So I think that's the main thing to iron out. We've gotten rulings on the evidentiary issues. If we can pick a jury, we ought to be ready to start the trial.
So how much, Richard, does it complicate things to have both state and federal charges here?
Well, it complicates things. I mean, here's an example. He's being held in a federal detention center in Brooklyn, and that's why it's so complicated getting him from jail to the courthouse. There's paperwork. It's got to be submitted in a particular way. And we have an instance this morning where it sounds like somebody just forgot to submit paperwork that had been executed, and you couldn't get him in court. And you're always going to have little stuff like that creep up. It's really going to complicate the federal prosecution when the state case goes first, because then you're going to have double jeopardy concerns and the outcome of the first trial may be an issue. So it's going to be more complicated for the trial that goes second, but it's still a little bit complicated right now.
So we know at this point the judge has ruled to exclude items found during that initial search of Mangione's backpack. That includes his cell phone, his wallet, his passport, a loaded magazine. How do you think all of that impacts both the prosecution's strategy as well as the defense's argument?
Well, I said at the time of the ruling, and I still think it's true, that ruling was mostly a victory for the prosecution. The prosecution gets to use the gun, the silencer, and the notebook, or what some people have called the manifesto. Those were the key pieces of evidence in the backpack. I know there are other items in the backpack that have been excluded, the magazine, a cell phone, you have it here in your graphic. But those are less important, far less important than the items that got in. Imagine how complicated it would have been if they couldn't use the the notebook or the handgun as evidence. That would have really complicated the trial. So I think the prosecution's still in good shape. And of course, there's a lot of other evidence that wasn't even at issue in that suppression hearing.
Yeah, and as you just pointed out there, Richard, and for our viewers, so what has been left in, what the judge has ruled for our viewers to know, that alleged manifesto, again, also that alleged 3D printed ghost gun and a suppressor. Again, as Richard said, those will all be allowed in this trial. So last question for you. As you know, as we see every time he appears in court, Mangione continues to be lauded by many as a hero. Supporters continue to pack the courtroom every time he is scheduled to appear. We can see those supporters and demonstrators outside of the courthouse, again, every time there's been a hearing in this case. How do you think that potentially impacts how this case moves forward? I mean, from jury selection and then beyond?
Well, it's a concern in jury selection because if you're the prosecution, you want to make sure you don't accidentally get one of these supporters on the jury, or really any person who's reached a conclusion one way or another and won't listen to the evidence or the judge's instruction. That is a real concern during jury selection. And then, of course, having all those people at and about these proceedings complicates the matter. The jurors who are selected could run into them. They could be noisy. They could get in the way. So it does complicate the proceedings. But we see cases like this from time to time where there are interested people outside the courtroom, outside the courthouse, and it's just something we have to deal with.
Legal analyst and trial attorney Richard Schoenstein, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.